Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to create IPL match winning team prediction model using random forest classifier. We will also going to check out SVC, how does it perform, or decision tree classifier against the random forest classifier. So let's start. So dataset which we are going to use is matches.csv. You can find link in below description to download this dataset, and that should be a zip file. Once you extract that, you should get matches.csv along with one more CSV file, but the file which we are going to use is matches.csv. So let's start. I'm going to use Spider for this. You can use whatever you want. Let's start by first importing the dataset. So we would need pandas for the purpose of importing the dataset. So we'll import pandas, and let's also import numpy, and let's say the df is dataset pd.readcsv and the file is matches.csv. So once you run this, you should get a df. So the columns which you are going to use is team 1, team 2, toss winner and toss decision, and obviously we are going to use the winner of the match, which is winner column. So let's create new df with all these columns. New df equals to df. We'll use a list for this. So it is team 1. Let's just copy and paste it so that it won't take too long. So we are going to use team 1, team 2, toss decision, toss winner, and obviously winner. All right, let's run this and see our new df. So we have 756 values. So obviously it will also have some nan values. Let's get rid of this by saying new df dot drop na, and we'll say in place equals to 2. In place, it means the changes will going to take place in place of df. So it is going to take place in place. So if we set it to false, it will not going to make changes direct to the variable. So once we set that, we only get 752 values out of 756. So there were 4 nan columns. Okay, so now we are going to create a dictionary of all the teams participating in IPL. So it will be a dictionary with key as the team and integer value assigned to it. So let's create it. So we'll create all teams equals to dictionary, and we will create an integer variable c and t. So we will iterate in df. Okay, so we'll say in length of df, and we say if df dot loc dot I and team 1. So if it is not in all teams, we will say all teams. So key will be, I have already told you that key will be the team itself, and the value will be c and t, and once we use that c and t, we will increment it. Let's do the same with the second column also, team 2 column, and let's run this now. So it says, oh, we have to use range actually. Let's run this. Okay, so we have our all teams. So there are 15 teams in it. So now let's create x and y for it. So x will be input feature and y will be to be predicted by our model. Okay, so x will be label and y will be predicted output. So we can say new df, and it will be team 1. Let me just copy it so that it won't take too long. So x is this, and similarly y will be winner. Let's run both of them, and we get our x and y. So now let's do one thing. Let's create inverse of the all teams. It is not necessary. Let's just do so that in need, if we need it in future. Let's run this. So we are going to use shortcut form for this. So now let's convert x and y to numpy array by saying x equals to np.array x and y equals to np.array y. Let's create an array from data frame. Okay, and now it's time to convert x and y to integer values. It is actually easy to do. So we will iterate in x. We'll say for I in range length of x. So for I in range length of x, right? So what we are going to do, so in the x we are going to change 0 column, first column, and the third column using the dictionary we have created all teams. Okay, so we'll say all teams. So the key to this will be obviously the team itself, and we'll do same with first column and the third column also, and we'll do same with y also. So let's just replace them with 1, 3, and let's do same for y, and run this, and you should have integer converted values. Now it's time to do same for field and batting also. So let's create another dictionary. Let's say fb. So let's give field value of 0 and bat value of 1, and we'll do same for the second column in the x also, but the dictionary will be fb. Let's run this. So now we have a second column also converted to 0 and 1 integers. And now it's time to take our x and convert this third column to 0 and 1 only values. So the idea behind is like, let's talk about third index. So if out of first team and the second team, if second team won the toss, we will set 2, and if first team won the toss, we will set it 0. So similarly we'll do same for all these. So it is quite easy to do. Let me just copy and paste the code. So we will iterate in x, and we'll check if third column is equals to the 0th column, we will set it is 0, and if it is 1, we'll set it to 1. So as you can see over here, if we talk about 16th index, so if this equals to first column, we'll set over here 1, and if this equals to 0th column, we'll set it 0. Let's run this. So now we have only 1 and 0s over here, and we will also do the same for y also. So we'll only have 0 and 1 based on the team 1 in the match. Let me just copy and paste it over here so that it won't take too long to write. So the main idea behind this long snippet code is like, if we have look at unique value of ones and zeros in y, it is unbalanced. So zeros have values of around 324 and ones have values of around 4 50, I guess. So it is kind of a small unbalance in the data set. So our model will be kind of biased towards the one value. So we'll use this code snippet. So what we are going to do, as 1 is more in number, so we'll check if 1 is less than 370, we will append 1. But if it is greater than 370, what is 1? 1 is a variable. So every time we append 1, we will increment this by 1. So once this value becomes greater than 370, we will swap the values in 0th column of x and first column of x, and we'll append 0 instead of 1. So as an example, if we talk about 71th case, so if at this place 1 has become 370, so what will happen if we talk about 2 and 10, out of 10, if 10 wins, so we will no longer have to append 1. So we will swap 10 and 2, and we will append 1 is 0 instead of 1. So let's run this. Okay, so now we have y also converted to it. So now only it's time to fit our model. But before, let's convert x and y to integer numpy arrays, because it is a array of object. We'll convert it to array of integer, and let's convert y to vector instead of matrix. And now we have our final data, and let's try to print unique values in y also. So it is 382 and 370, kind of balanced data. And now let's do one thing. Let's convert to test and training data by using train test and split by using test size of 0.1. So we have our x test and x train, y test and y train. And these are the three models which we are going to train on and check how the accuracy is. So we are going to use SVC, decision tree classifier, and random forest classifier. Let's have a look on them. So if we train on SVC, we get accuracy of 42. On decision tree classifier, we have 48. On random forest, we have 51. Okay, let's train once again. So we have 52. Let's try changing n estimators to 100, 51, 150, again 51. So accuracy is kind of between 50 and 60. Okay, 55% accuracy. Okay, now let's try making some predictions. Okay, we'll check the intelligence in this part. So we have test. So let's say team 1 is 2, team 1 is 1, and toss decision is to field, and team winner is this one. Let's run this, and prediction from model 1, meaning SVC, is team 1, and from decision tree classifier it's 0, and from random forest classifier it's 0. Let's do one thing. Let's try to swap these values. So it will be 1, 2. So the toss winner will be 0 this time. And let's rerun the predictions. So as you could see, like if we haven't swapped the values, we have the a prediction as 1, 0 and 0 from this random forest classifier. Okay, so if we swap the values, the prediction is same, 1, 0 and 1. Instead of random forest classifier, it has swapped the prediction based on the swapped values. Okay, so it seems like random forest classifier is the intelligent model. So now it's time to save our model. We'll use pickle for this purpose, so we can save with open model.pickle as write binary. So pickle.dump. So we'll save our model, and it's also better idea to save the all teams and encoded teams dictionary using the pickle. So everything is done now. Let's have a look on final structure of our files. So we have inverse vocabulary and model.pickle, and that's it. In the next part, we will create web app using this model and dictionary. And I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't yet liked the video, make sure to give this video a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. See you in the next video.